Floor postures. We'll start on our knees with David's harp. Place your fists into the padded area by your hips in the back. Bring your elbows back as you press forward and look up. Psalm 108 verses 2 and 3, David writes, "Awake, lute and harp. I will awaken the dawn. I will praise you, O Lord, among the peoples, and I will sing praises to you among the nations." To come out of this posture, always bring the chin to the chest first, and then come back up. Now let's try a move to prepare us for the advanced David's harp, which I call the half harp. Reach around with one hand for your heel, or place an exercise block there to modify the posture. Reach the other arm up and make an arc overhead. Inhale and exhale to relax into the posture. Awake, lute and harp. I will awaken the dawn. I will praise you, O Lord, among the peoples, and I will sing praises to you among the nations. Return your arm to the front and let its momentum lift you up. Now the other side. Reach for your heel or exercise block. Exhale into the posture. Breathe gently. Now come back up onto your knees and prepare for the advanced David's harp. Either reach both hands back for your heels or exercise blocks, or sit between your feet, hold onto your heels, press the hips forward and arch back gracefully, looking behind you. Breathe deeply in this posture. Our scripture one more time. Awake, lute and harp. I will awaken the dawn. I will praise you, O Lord, among the peoples, and I will sing praises to you among the nations. To come out of this posture, first bring your chin to the chest, then release your heels and use your quadriceps to lift you back up onto your knees, or sit between the heels and come up from there. Fold forward into the little child posture to stretch your spine in the opposite direction for a few moments. Inhale and exhale. Come to a seated position, then use your abdominal muscles to slowly lie down onto your back for the Fissure posture. Place your hands under your glutes with your palms down. Rise up onto your elbows and gently rest on the top of your head, looking back. Then he said to them, "Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men." Matthew 4:19. Inhale and exhale. Gently release your neck, gliding the back of your head along the floor, and bring your hands to your sides. If you have a sensitive back or knees, just repeat this beginning posture. Otherwise, come up onto your knees to prepare for the advanced fissure. Sit between your feet, place your hands on the soles of your feet, and very slowly lower yourself onto your elbows and the top of your head, or for a more advanced posture, lie completely onto your back. This is a major stretch for the quadriceps, but again, only do this advanced posture if you have no back or knee issues. Jesus said, "Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men." To come up, raise the head first, then use the hands to come back onto your knees. Fold forward into the little child posture and relax. Come down now onto the floor on your abdomen to prepare for the vine posture. Place your forehead to the floor and your hands under your shoulders, keeping the elbows pressed into your sides. Gently glide your forehead, nose, and chin along the floor and begin to look up, using your back muscles first, then pressing into your hands, lifting your chest off the floor. Be sure to keep your hip bones on the floor. Look up at the ceiling and breathe deeply. In John 15:5, Jesus said, "I am the vine. You are the branches. He who abides in me and I in him bears much fruit, for without me you can do nothing." Inhale then exhale, coming halfway down. Inhale, then exhale, looking over one shoulder toward the back. Inhale, and then exhale, returning to the front. Inhale, and exhale as you look over the other shoulder. Inhale, and exhale, returning to the center. Then inhale and exhale, pressing back up. Inhale, and then exhale as you slowly glide the body back down to the floor. Bring your arms to your sides, turn your cheek to the floor, and relax, abiding in the vine. Let's continue to build strength in our back with Peter's boat posture. On your abdomen, place your forehead on the mat. Your arms are at your sides, palms up. Inhale, then exhale, and all at once lift your head, arms, and legs. Look up. Don't let your legs splay out to the sides. Breathe, tighten the glutes to protect the lower back. When Jesus, had stopped speaking, he said to Simon, "Launch out into the deep and let down your nets for a catch." Luke 5:4. Inhale, and now exhale as you push up into the little child posture. Relax for a moment. Now either repeat this posture or prepare for a more advanced variation of Peter's boat. Come onto your abdomen and either reach back to hold one ankle, extending the opposite hand forward, or looking up, grasp both ankles and lift up, looking up. Keep the knees pulled in. If holding both ankles, you may rock gently like Peter's boat on the water. Jesus said, "Launch out into the deep and let down your nets for a catch." Release and relax with your cheek to the side. Come up onto your hands and knees, hands under the shoulders, fingers spread apart, to prepare for the altar posture. Straighten the legs, hold the abs in, keeping the hips in a straight line down the back. Don't let the hips drop down. If you'd like to rest, just lower your knees. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable to God, which is your reasonable service. Bring your knees down and rest for a moment. You may repeat the altar or do the lowered altar, which is like a push-up. You may remain on your knees if you prefer. Straighten the legs back up to the altar. During the rest of the scripture, lower the body by bending the elbows. And do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. Romans 12:1 and 2. Lower the knees and relax in the little child posture. A posture that flows naturally from the altar is the fountain. We will frequently move from the temple to the altar and lower altar to the fountain posture. Come back into the altar. Lower the hips and roll onto the tops of the feet, but keep your hips and thighs off the mat if you can. Only your palms and top of your feet touch the mat. Our scripture is from John 4:14. Jesus said, "Whoever drinks of the water that I shall give him will never thirst, but the water that I shall give him will become in him a fountain of water, springing up into everlasting life." Let's complete this section of the workout with another powerful posture, the cross. Come to the altar posture. Spin the knees to one side and raise the arm. To modify the posture, bring one knee to the mat or put the opposite foot on the floor in front of you. Find your balance, lifting the body up. Keep breathing. Jesus said, "Whoever desires to come after me, let him deny himself, take up his cross, and follow me." Mark 8:34. Now come up to do the cross on the other side, and we'll consider another important scripture about the power of the cross for believers. From the altar, turn the heels to the side or do one of the modifications for the cross. For the message of the cross is foolishness to those who are perishing, but to us who are being saved, it is the power of God. 1 Corinthians 1:18. Come back down to a seated position to relax into the scroll posture. With legs relaxed and knees soft, keep your back straight and look up as you glide your hands down toward your toes. When you've come as far as you comfortably can, relax your head, neck, and torso over your legs during our scripture. Breathe gently and deeply, seeing if you can go a little further with each exhalation. So he came to Nazareth, where he had been brought up, and as his custom was, he went into the synagogue on the Sabbath day and stood up to read. And he was handed the book of the prophet Isaiah. And when he had opened the book, he found the place where it was written, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he has anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor." Luke 4:16 through 18. Keeping your head and neck relaxed, inhale. Then exhale as you pull in the navel and slowly roll back up. Stretch one leg out to the side, bending the other leg and placing the foot against the thigh. Now either face front, bend at the waist and come down over the leg to the side, or turn toward the outstretched leg and, keeping the back flat, gaze upwards as you exhale and glide the hands down the leg, finally relaxing the head and neck. Continuing with our scripture, He has sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and recovery of sight to the blind. Exhale as you gently round back up and switch legs. Come over the leg to the side or turn toward the outstretched leg. Inhale and exhale as you look up and bring the torso down. Jesus continued reading, to set at liberty those who are oppressed, to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord. Inhale, then exhale as you pull in the navel and round back up to an upright position. The baby in the basket posture is a great stretch for the IT band along the outside of the thigh. From a seated position, gently cradle your leg, holding underneath your ankle and your knee. If you can, gently rock the leg. For more of a challenge, and only if you're feeling very comfortable with this stretch, you may place the foot on the inside of the elbow of one arm and the knee inside the other arm. Wrap your arms around your legs, bring your hands together if you can, and see if you can keep your back straight. Now, let's try that on the other side with the accompanying scripture. Gently hold the knee and ankle to start, and only do the advanced posture when you're absolutely sure you're ready to do so. Our scripture is from Exodus 2:10 about Moses. And the child grew, and she brought him to Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her son. So she called his name Moses, saying, "Because I drew him out of the water." Inhale, and then exhale as you release the leg and shake the legs out a bit.